Welcome to Quiz Stories. Today we explore one of the most chilling and highly publicized cases, the Idaho student murders and the arrest of Bryan Kohberger. What seemed like a senseless and random act of violence soon turned into an intense investigation, leading to a shocking suspect. Test your knowledge and uncover the details behind this tragic crime. Let's get started. 1. The quiet college town of Moscow, Idaho, was rocked by tragedy in the early hours of November 13, 2022. The crime that left the community in fear was A. a home invasion robbery, B. a quadruple homicide, C. a dormitory arson attack. Four University of Idaho students were found brutally murdered, sending shockwaves through the nation. 2. The victims, Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were discovered in their home on King Road. The crime took place in A. an apartment near campus, B. a student housing complex, C. an off-campus house. The victims were found in a 3-story rental home known for hosting social gatherings, located near the University of Idaho campus. 3. One of the most chilling details of the case was that a survivor inside the house reportedly A. saw the suspect leaving, B. found a hidden camera, C. received a text message from the killer. A surviving roommate reported seeing a masked figure dressed in black walking past her in the home before he left the scene. 4. The murders appeared to have been committed using a single weapon. Investigators determined that the killer used A. a hunting rifle, B. a combat-style knife, C. a pair of scissors. The victims were stabbed multiple times with a fixed-blade combat knife, a detail that shaped the investigation from the start. 5. Police initially had little information about the suspect, but one crucial piece of evidence containing DNA was found near the crime scene. It was A. a black ski mask, B. a knife sheath, C. a bloodstained sweatshirt. Investigators recovered a knife sheath near one of the victims, which contained DNA on the snap button. 6. Police linked DNA to graduate student Bryan Kohberger by comparing it with a sample collected from A. his blood, B. his family's trash, C. his deceased relative. Police collected DNA from Kohberger's family's trash in Pennsylvania, where he was later apprehended, thousands of miles away from the crime scene. 7. Kohberger's phone records revealed suspicious behavior in the weeks leading up to the murders. Investigators found that he A. visited the victim's house multiple times, B. purchased large amounts of cleaning supplies, C. sent anonymous messages to the victims. Cell phone data suggested Kohberger had been near the victim's house at least a dozen times before the crime took place. 8. Surveillance footage also played an important role in identifying Kohberger as a prime suspect, showing A. his white Hyundai Elantra, B. his reflection in a store window, C. his distinctive gait. Investigators identified a white Hyundai Elantra registered to Kohberger near the crime scene at the time of the murders. 9. Police arrested Kohberger nearly 7 weeks after the murders. The FBI played a role in tracking him across the country by A. monitoring his online activity, B. watching his family's home, C. setting up a sting operation in Idaho. FBI agents kept Kohberger under surveillance in Pennsylvania before moving in for the arrest. 10. During Kohberger's arrest, police noted an unusual item in his possession. When authorities took him into custody, they found A. surgical gloves in his trash, B. a plane ticket to Canada, C. a map marking the victim's house. Police discovered that Kohberger had been discarding trash while wearing surgical gloves, a detail that raised further suspicions about his attempts to avoid leaving evidence. 11. Before he was apprehended, Kohberger's actions and interests raised eyebrows. One surprising detail that emerged was that he A. applied for an internship with law enforcement, B. published a book on serial killers, C. worked as a private investigator. Kohberger applied for an internship at a Pennsylvania police department, claiming he wanted to assist in criminal investigations. 12. Kohberger was a graduate student at the time of the murders. His field of study was focused on A. Forensic psychology, B. Criminal justice and criminology, C. Law enforcement administration. Kohberger was pursuing a PhD in criminal justice and criminology at Washington State University, located just 10 miles from the University of Idaho. 13. His academic research reportedly included surveys about criminal behavior. One area of study Kohberger examined was A. Juvenile delinquency, B. Decision-making during crimes, C. White-collar crime. Kohberger's research reportedly involved surveys of incarcerated individuals about their experiences and decision-making during crimes. 14. Kohberger's academic background includes a deep interest in understanding the human mind, as he earned his undergraduate degree in A. Sociology, B. Psychology, C. Political science. Kohberger earned his undergraduate degree in psychology from DeSales University in Pennsylvania. 15. The murders led to increased security measures at the University of Idaho. One of the measures implemented was A. Curfew for students, B. Increased campus patrols, C. Mandatory self-defense classes. The university increased campus patrols and installed additional security cameras, offering counseling services to those affected by the tragedy. 16. The motive for the Idaho murders remains unclear at the moment and may be revealed during the trial, but online discussions have suggested that Kohberger, A. had a history of stalking women, B. wrote anonymous crime blog posts, C. wanted to impress a professor. Investigators found messages and online activity suggesting Kohberger may have stalked women before the attack. 17. Kohberger's defense team has argued that he was framed for the crime. They challenged A. DNA evidence, B. Eyewitness testimony, C. Social media activity. A judge denied the defense's request to exclude DNA evidence, allowing it to be used in the upcoming trial. 18. Prosecutors sought to restrict the evidence Kohberger's defense could use to support his alibi. They requested that the defense be barred from offering any evidence, A. beyond Kohberger's own words, B. based on expert psychological evaluations, C. found on social media. Prosecutors claimed that the defense had 20 months to provide material supporting Kohberger's alibi, but had not submitted any. 19. Bryan Kohberger's trial is expected to be one of the most high-profile cases in Idaho history. The case has drawn comparisons to A. the O.J. Simpson trial, B. the Ted Bundy case, C. the Casey Anthony trial. The case has drawn comparisons to Ted Bundy due to its brutality and the suspect's background in criminal justice. 20. If convicted, Kohberger would face the harshest penalties under the law due to the gravity of the crime. The potential sentences he could receive include A. life in prison or the death penalty, B. a 20-year sentence, C. a possibility of parole. Given the severity of the charges, Kohberger faces life imprisonment or the death penalty, if convicted. Thanks for joining us in exploring the Bryan Kohberger case. The tragic loss of 4 young lives has left an unforgettable mark, and as the trial unfolds, new questions continue to emerge. What do you think? Does the evidence tell the full story, or is there more yet to uncover? Let us know in the comments. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, the search for justice never stops.